Hello, everyone, and welcome to Start to Finish for Citizen Sleeper. My name is Matt Bowyer. This is episode 5. Yeah. We don't know where FENG went. We have multiple reasons to build a ship mind. I want to fix the ship's hull up. That's really the main thing we're doing. And we're going to murder Ethan. Oh, right, we have stuff to actually do. We have, oh man, okay. Because we don't know what happened to Sabine. Here we go. As you approach the address Rabia gave you, a heavy hand falls on your shoulder. What's your business here? The enforcer grips your shoulder, giving a hint of the strength her implants give her. As you turn, you see the same subsidiary eyes as Rabia and Toshiro, glinting like mirrors on her cheeks. Gia, please. The sleeper is here at my invitation. At Rabia's command, the hand immediately loosens, and an apologetic look replaces the scowl on Gia's face. Of course, Rabia. I'm sorry. Rabia waves her away. Don't you worry. I appreciate your protective instincts. How about you head to the tambour? They have a delivery coming and they'll need some help with the lifting. Gia nods and walks away. Rabia, I need you to stay right here. I have to tail your friend. So, Sleeper, you came. I'm glad. It didn't feel like an offer. I'm sorry for that. You have to understand, finding you there in Sabine's unit, I wasn't sure where we stood. There are more than a few people on this station who would rather I was dead. I had to be sure you weren't one of them. Not yet. I like your sense of humor, but let me ask you a serious question for a moment. Rabia begins walking and gestures for you to walk with her. She takes you down a staircase into the bustling walkways of the low end. What do you know about Yatagan? You run the low end. That sounds impressive. We run out of the low end, yes. We don't run it. People with carts push past, moving crates of supplies around the thin and winding passages. Our reputation is one that implies threat. Is that fair to say? We are framed as aggressors, parasites, criminals. He gestures at the people in the passageway. But when was the last time you saw a lawmaker on the eye? A policeman? Who makes the laws here? Abinash? Yes, they like to think so, don't they? Claiming a lineage that extends back into Erland's union, they assume the burden of authority. But they have no authority here, out past the bright market, where few work in their shipyard or pay for their docking berths. If you had spent your time in the low end, maybe your opinion of us would be different. This is our place, our people. The low end was empty in Erland's time. They didn't need to house thousands, and keeping the yards and the rotunda safe was work enough. No, the low end was reclaimed later, when the refugees started arriving. The collapse didn't just happen here, on this station. When Solheim collapsed, the entire system felt it. Colonies were abandoned. The moons of Ember and Cinder suddenly gained independence overnight. Some took advantage, some tried to hold it together, some fled. The Eye became a refuge, and Erland, to his credit, extended an open hand to everyone. But many within his organization disagreed, and those new arrivals weren't as simple to corral as they hoped. Rabia leads you through a small market hall, busy with small stalls and traders. Erland's union was made of workers, administrators, people who were malleable and already organized into hierarchies and networks. The refugees came from different factions and families, were scared, injured, desperate. Conflict was inevitable. Yatagan is a child of that conflict, a child born out of the need for us to stand up and claim our future, to provide security and strength. People call us a gang, but we are a community. I take my position as lieutenant seriously, and from my birth I have worked to earn it. Rabaya catches herself before she raises her voice any further, and you both walk in silence for a while, among the smells and textures of the low end. You start to wonder if this place could be a home for you, too. Where do I come into this? Rabaya smiles to herself and thinks for a moment before she responds. I believe that you understand the importance of a refuge, so I also believe that you wish to help keep this place safe. For this reason, I would like you to trust me. I do not know what Sabine told you about us, but I imagine it was not good. I will be honest with you, Sleeper. I was never comfortable with having Sabine as part of Yatagan. An ex-corporate employee, it goes against our nature. But their deal was with Yannick. I kept my distance, made sure Sabine had their surgery, kept it supplied, that was all. But I cannot allow people to go back on the promises they have made to us. Yatagan has not lasted this long because it is a charity. We offer and ask for support. Any betrayal will be treated as an attack. Who's Yannick? Yannick is one of the heads of Yatagan. They guide us. He is the newest to be elected. He is an elder. I don't like any of these, but Sabine found something. Please, I don't want to hear their accusations. They only wanted to escape their debt. They would have said anything. But where are they now to stand behind their claims? Stay quiet. You realize that Rabaya has led you in a loop, and together you both come back up a staircase to the walkway where you met. You are free to go, Sleeper. I have said what I wish to say. I would protect this place with my life, as it has protected me. I want to make that clear. However, if you too wish to come under its protection, I can help you. Return here if you wish, and there will be tasks for you to complete. You will be able to see Yatagan, to see the low end, with your own eyes, not as others frame us. As for Sabine, I will not ask you to betray them, but if they contact you again, consider their motivations carefully. With that, Rabaya leaves, slipping back into her office, while you stare out at the countless units, each a home, each with a story, that make up the low end. Oh, I love people watching. New drive. Work for Rabaya. So you gotta get an enforcer? I don't want to be a cop. I don't want to be a cop. That's a lot of time. Primarily energy, right? It's not money. So I have less incentive. Okay. We are full on resources. But we're incredibly low on health. Not health, money. Our health is great. Money, kind of a bad thing. So this will finish in a turn. If I get 1 point on it, it'll finish in a turn. Let's risk it. Yay! That'll be done next turn. Don't touch it anymore. What are we doing up here? This is risky. I could get some money. Let's do a shift. Let's work at the bar once. Woo! Nice. All right, that was good. Hey Hunter, what's up? You can only get me if I do something in here. as I immediately start looking around for something to do. I need a ship mine. So I could do that with money. Or I could get, okay, fragments. Where would I get fragments from? I can buy them. I think there's a way I can make them if I have the scrap components. But that would be an engineer action. There was a chance. So I did that before and didn't get anything. Can't do anything in there. $300 to buy a whole core. Head upstairs. This is just gonna get me comfortable to being up here. Not finding... I don't see a need for that just yet. No, I want... my fives are really important to me. Also, I don't want to get killed. Well, that's fun. That's a good way to make myself sick. Alright. So we have a scrap component. Maybe I do need to do a little bit of stuff here, though. Figure out where Tambora is. But I'm gonna... Scrap components. Come back with that when I need energy. I might be able to do that instead of eating. Money at the bar. And with a 1, let's go hack something. Let's not get a have an outage agent. Well, I might have to. What's this keynote have? No 1s. Oh, don't make me do something stupid with this 1. Alright. Alright. Oh boy, that's accruing. It's not a lot of money. But I've got time. I don't think there's anything in here anymore. Yeah, I just need to get the ship mine core. Which I emphatically do not have. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We'll figure it out. We've got time. These are not good dice. Oh, yeah. Nkita is crouched in the computing core of the ambergris, swearing to herself when you enter. She doesn't look up. These shits completely ruin the core's connectors when they cut it. She holds up a thick fistful of ragged wires. The ship mine they ripped won't even be usable without replacing these. Amateurs. Who took it? If I knew, do you think I'd be wading around in here rather than out there with my boot on their neck? Yet again, some spacer crew? No way to know. But they got in with one of my crew's access chips, so either they killed him, robbed him, or he was in on it. No good options. Nkita climbs out of the cooling well where the ship mine should be, the space suddenly crowded with her on the same level as you, towering over you as she stoops beneath the low curved ceiling. Come on, nothing to be done here now. She leads you back through the guts of Amber, though you could find the way back yourself. The repair process has left you familiar with the cutter's idiosyncratic layout, all diagonal angles and bundled up tubes. Walk in silence. Hums and groans grow and fall as you pass. You reach out and touch the ship gently. You've started to grow an attachment to Amber. Ankita glances at you. Something up, sleeper? Just think about Amber. Funny to hear you use her name like that. Not bad, just funny. We've been through a lot together, me and this ship. I'm glad you see why she's special. Ankita seems lost in thought, and you focus on the corridors, ducking below conduits and passing through bulkheads. Eventually, you arrive in the galley, though it's hard to tell. Most of the benches and prep surfaces are covered in half-stripped components and welded hull patches. Ankita shoves a box of filters to the floor and sits. There's no way around it. We need a new ship mine. Where from? Scrap freighter, ore exchange. Hell, find one in the overlook bathroom. Doesn't matter where, just matters that we get one. It seems I'm about to do something very stupid. But hey, I came here, didn't I? Why not make a run of it? Sleeper, you're all I've got. No crew, no friends, you're it. I appreciate the time you've put in on Amber, and I'm sure she would too if she could. What I'm saying is if you screw me on this, I will kill you. She leans over and hands you a stack of chits. A big stack of chits. You don't dare to count them. Get me that ship mine, sleeper. Don't make me regret this. You won't. Look, just get out of here before I change my mind. You slip out of the galley and head back towards the main lock. As you do, Amber growls and creaks like a caged animal. You reach a hand out to calm her. Time to find Ankita a ship mine. Somehow. That is not enough money. I need more money. Everyone needs a ship mine. That's not enough money. I need 300. I need 300 to get one straight up. There was somewhere that I could make something out of some. I could use scrap components to repair myself, but I think there was something I could do with the components. The fabricator. Yeah. Where can I get those? I don't think I've ever. Where can I get one of those? Let's poke around a little bit. The old scrap freighters have a chance. I got 148. I could do a lot of turns here. $300. That's so much. I'm gonna steal a shipment. Huh. Okay. Okay. Can't do much more of that. Okay. Keep topping that off. I'm gonna have to risk a 1 somewhere. Let's see how this goes. Again, I hate this, but I don't want to go hacking anymore. That wasn't terrible. Wasn't great, but wasn't terrible. Do it again. Yeah, baby. Look at that. 171. I might be able to do this at some point, as long as I don't ever need to pay him. Buy some scrap. Can unload something. That would just give me money. I'm gonna do another bit of thievery. And then probably not do any more thievery ever. Thievery! Woo! Hey! Gorilla caps. There you go. Maybe I give those to you. I'm going to give those to you tomorrow when I might need more of the energy. Maybe you'll give me a gun. All right. Done. Going down to 4 actions next turn. That's less fun. Oh, baby, those are some dice. Those are some dice. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get it out of the way. The compressor is quiet today. The usual crowds are elsewhere, and the pumping music washes over a handful of spacers and a few drunks. Ethan is still in the same stool, in the same pool of light. Have you seriously been drunk for 5 days? His head is low, close to the bar, and the bartender is ignoring him. I'm leaving. This is ridiculous. You go to turn, but Ethan calls out. Sleeper! Turns to look at you. Time to pay up again, is it? Come here, take their chits. No more, Ethan. Ethan doesn't even look at you. He props his elbows on the bar and holds his head. Sleeper, it's been a long cycle. I don't care. Ethan lets out a long sigh. He rapidly rubs his eyes with his palms. You are right. This isn't fun anymore. He reaches towards his holster. His elbow slips and the gun tumbles out. It clatters on the bar and falls to the floor, bouncing onto the ground between you. Both you and the bartender look at the gun. Stare at it. Butterfingers. Ethan puts out a hand, beckoning for you to give him the gun back. If you would. The bartender looks at you warily. You crouch down and pick up the gun. Ethan turns his head in your direction a little, a sharp, pale eye locking with yours. The bartender backs away. How much you want to bet this thing is biometrically coded? Oh. Oh, sleeper. This is more like it. I'm waiting for a moment. I'm not gonna... You hold the gun steady, training it on his head. Ethan smiles. Like the dog that caught the car. I'm not sure they know what to do with it. Oh, damn it. You keep the gun on Ethan. Ethan smiles at the bartender. Oh well, he says, and grabs the gun, slamming it back into your face in a single move. I thought we were further away. You stagger back and drop to a knee. Somewhere nearby, the gun clatters onto a surface. The hit's a glancing blow, but it makes your vision swim. Through the blur, you see Ethan wrestle a small, thin slate from his belt and hold it up. Enough of this. I'm logging the job and calling it in. No more playing. Your head aches. Ethan taps through a few screens impatiently. He swears and taps again. He starts shouting, a dull echo to your ringing ears. He starts screaming at the slate and throws it across the bar. He crouches down and grabs you by the chin, his face close, his breath heavy with drink. S&ARP just screwed me. They canceled the contract. They canceled the contract! He shouts at the ceiling of the compressor. You stand up, struggling to your feet, the sting of the hit fading. Ethan is rubbing his temples, his face pale. You hear a clicking sound, like coins being counted, like bullets being loaded into a magazine. When you shake off the last of the blur, the bartender has Ethan's pistol trained on Ethan's head. Ethan stumbles back towards the middle of the room, all eyes trained on him. I'll kill all of you! He stumbles into the wall, spinning away towards the door. I'll be back for that! He shouts at the bartender and lunges out of the compressor. You steady yourself on the bar and catch your breath. The rumble of conversation returns. The bartender goes to say something, but then thinks better of it and begins to clean the bar. After a while, you wander out into the light of the bright market, looking for Ethan around every corner. FENG, buddy, I could really use you here. Please. Please. Yeah, marketing kind of tells me where I can find stuff. Go into actions and click on them. And here it doesn't say, but then it's like, hey, this is the only thing. I kind of don't want the security to come get me. Kind of think it might be worth it, actually. Who knows? What's this gonna be? Oh boy. Ethan's Vendetta, 8 cycles. We gotta get off this place first. First, let's give emphasis stuff. I could sell these for 80, but I want to do this instead. Maybe this is a bad idea, but here I am. Okay, 3 cycles. Cool. We're good for a bit. Alright. With our money, let's do one last job. Let's get ourselves in trouble, eh? Let's get the authorities on us. Steal 3 shipments just to see what's inside. That's exactly what I did. Hey, scrap components. That's good. Now we're in trouble, I bet. Oh, maybe I just closed it. I can no longer do those. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Yeah, a little bit of energy back. Let's go work at the bar. A little bit more money. Get everyone to like me. Everyone is gonna love me now. Yeah. And then finally, maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed. Woo! Yeah. Look at that, 207. We'll be there in no time. The Girol slides from the bottle into the lumpy recycled glass, a pale grassy yellow under the overlook's warm lights. The spacer nods and takes the drink, bringing it up to their face in both hands like an offering bowl. This is the good stuff. The stuff Tala says is aged in wooden casks, stored in some closed-off part of the old station, among corroded wires and softly looping systems. Though sometimes it is hard to tell if Tala is joking. Either way, you like pouring this stuff. It gets on your fingers, and if you rub them together, you can smell the mossy drink, cut through with aniseed, mushrooms, wood, as the alcohol evaporates. You like those who order it too. The aged Girol is kept beneath the bar, open to order only by those who know it's there, like the quiet spacer sitting at the bar right now. Little people watching, if I'm allowed. They are far enough away that you can freely watch them as you close the bottle and tuck it beneath the bar. You called them a spacer because they bear the hallmarks. Pale, vac-suited, bird-boned, and hunched beneath the weight of the station's spin gravity. But the closer you look, the less you see a type. Pale eyes, almost gray, but kind. Delicate fingers that lightly drum the bar as if it was an instrument. A shock of black hair almost covering a forehead scar. Scars are something you have learned to value. They are what marks out your body from the hundreds, maybe thousands, who knows, similar models that rolled out of SNRP's biolabs. You find yourself rubbing one on your forearm, a rough little split, something that on the good days you might think of as a mark of defiance. Suddenly you hear a heavy clunking at the door. It creaks open and a huge cylindrical metal tank tumbles through, slamming into the floor. Shit! Shit. Tala? Sleeper, can you help me with this? You look at the huge metal tank suspiciously. How did you get that up here? Are you going to help me or what? You come around the bar and get to one side of the tank. Okay, on my count. 1, 2, 3. You both heave the tank up to standing. Somehow. You hold it in place, struggling to keep it steady. Alright, where's it going? In the back, comes a voice from behind the tank. Somehow, you manage to lug the huge thing into the back room, where you place it in one corner, dwarfing the rest of the contents in the cramped space. As you do, you hear a crunch. You stand back and look at the expired rations oozing out from under the tank. Oh, shit. I know you liked those. That's okay, I don't think I've actually ever eaten them. You push the crushed rations to one side. That's the end of that. Tala looks exhausted and rubs her shoulders. Francis, I swear to... Francis, I mentioned him already. My guy on the door deals with suppliers. All. He was supposed to be back from Etienne's up in the Greenway by now. Back with our Girol. Seems like he's got lost again. Or joined the Haifa commune. We need that Girol. There's 4 other bars near here, and the spacers sure as hell don't come to the Overlook for the ambience. She looks through the open door to check if anyone can hear her. She knocks on the hollow tank. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. Welcome, sleeper, to the Overlook Distillery. It needs some work. Well... I might need some help, though. You up for it? Could be fun? Yeah, happy to. I got a job. Okay, I'm excited. I reckon we chop this thing in half, one half for fermentation, the other we turn into a still. We'll also need to gather the ingredients. You look more like a chopper than a gatherer. So how about you build the still and the tub while I work on the rest? Oh, wait, Sleeper, I have an idea. Tala is grinning now, and it is making you nervous. To make up for the rations, how about we put a kitchen in here too? Is it gonna fit? We'll make it work. This is going to be great. You look at the dented tank in the bare room. At least she has vision. Tala nudges you out of the back room and closes the door. As you go back to the bar, you hear the banging and thumping begin. The Spacer finishes up their drink and nods in your direction as they leave. You can't quite tell if it's a gesture of sympathy or good luck. So much for a quiet shift. Hell yeah, that's fun. New drive. Improve the overlook. Merchant freighter. Ooh. Can I buy all three from you? Can I buy all three from you? I'm gonna be back to talk to you next turn. Oh, you can only two. Only two. Oh, but it's gonna fill that. No. No. It's fine. It's fine. I can afford it. I can afford it. I'm buying them. I just need to get one more after this. Ah. You know they're fleecing you, but you need this. Okay, that is big. That's big. We just need one more. Okay. 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 I'll take it. That's nice. That's good. That's quality. That's great. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Take a risk here. That did not give me one. One more. A lot of scrap components. Scrap components, scrap components, scrap components. What else can I do with this guy? I can sell the scrap components, but maybe I can do something else with them. I need to save up and get to the point where I can repair myself with them. That would be a huge thing. I'll buy one more. I can make that money back. Alright, I did not get more. Okay, that's a lot of fours. A lot of fours I can turn into fives. Which is good. You're only gonna be... I just don't know if this helps me anymore. I don't think it does. I don't think it does. But we need a ship mine. But I need multiple people that want the ship mine. Maybe I can load Neoven onto it and then onto the Amber. That's probably not a thing. Let's go get some, I should probably do a little bit of this. Okay. And just scrap. Okay. A lot of scrap, which is nice. Let's do one more change. No. No. Bar? Get more money. We can build the still. Risk it. It was worth it. That's gonna take a while. Okay. All right. It was a good day's work. Flickering, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Yeah, we'll head out today and do some stuff. We'll get some food. Not worried. Oh, as this goes down, does this also cap? Can I not get up to full anymore? That's interesting if so. Alright. Energy's now good. Nope. As you say your goodbyes to the other enforcers and walk back through the low end, a chirruping catches your attention. In a quiet corridor, away from the main thoroughfares, someone has stuck a small recorder to the wall with suit sealant tape. Written across the fluorescent tape is one word: sleeper. You peel it away from the wall, and as you do, it triggers some kind of improvised trip switch. Sleeper, Sabine's voice crackles through. I have seen you with the Adigan members. Are they holding you captive now too? I'm sorry if I have dragged you into this. Do not trust them. Something is happening within the gang, some kind of power struggle. You cover the speaker a little, their voice too loud in the quiet corridor. I will come soon. Thanks to your efforts, I have located most of their properties. At the right time, I will see you soon. Don't give up. Remember our deal. You stare at the recorder, processing what you have just heard. Hearing Sabine's voice again opens up something inside of you. An S&ARP employee. Do they know that I know? You struggle with a mix of concern and distrust. You throw the recorder into a nearby waste chute as you leave the corridor, still unsure who to trust, and head quietly out of the low end. Ooh. Excuse me. The plot, she thickens. Alright, you'll be back in 4 cycles. You haven't left yet. This is just needing that. Obviously not yet. Okay. I like Tala. Keep working. Nice. no, that was a bad one. With a 1. I could do 1 in here. I can do 1 in here. A little bit of data. Great. No more business with Hunter from here. This goes down 2 per, right? Yeah. Doesn't go down 3. It goes up by 3 when I'm eating. We're good for a turn. End cycle. Okay, these are dice. These are extreme dice, but I like them. Oh God, you're not gonna be back forever. Hurry back to me. I miss you. Ooh. Memphis is preparing the Gerol caps. He has had to heavily adapt this recipe, he says, but the smell is already incredible. It emanates from a strange purplish-white bulb you have never seen before, and he is slicing it finely. He brushes and slices the mushrooms and then places them in the wok with the sliced bulb and the oil. They caramelize there, in that well-worn crucible. He adds liquids, transparent and opaque, and then turns down the heat. A sprinkle of leaves is the final touch. We have a moment, Sleeper. Do you have a story? Something in the scent of the food gives you a feeling of nostalgia, something distant and melancholic. It seems like the story should match that feeling somehow, and maybe you will feel better for telling it. So, this seems like it might tell me more about me, but I wonder if I tell another Sleeper story, am I going to tell about the person who, hitched a ride? I'm telling my own now. You start by explaining that when you are emulated from a person, many of your memories are left behind. Perhaps it is an intentional part of the process, a way of keeping sleepers ignorant and malleable, or perhaps it is a side effect of the imperfect emulation. You admit that you don't really know. What you do know is that some memories survive, and that on occasion they come back to you, like shadows passing overhead. You detail one recurring memory, which, despite returning to you with enough regularity for you to think it familiar, always fades as quickly as it arrives. You struggle to explain the feeling of being whole for a moment that comes with this memory, and then how that wholeness slips away to leave you feeling like you have forgotten something important, but just can't bring it to mind. Memphis nods throughout, cooking as he does with deft and skillful movements. You start to trail off when you realize you can't find the words to explain how the memories you do have feel like both yours and someone else's at the same time, and how that always fills you with a certain sadness. The sadness of remaining forever unknown, even to yourself. Memphis finishes cooking and meets your eye. I'm sorry, Sleeper, for your troubles. I appreciate you sharing with me. I hope it lightens you a little. He passes you a bowl and heaps the Gerols into it, their yellow color mixing with the pale sauce in whorls and blooms. Eat. The dish is delicious, filling. It warms you as you eat in a way you weren't even sure your body could be warmed. It is a small mercy, you think, that SNARP left you this pleasure. Many of the features of frames are there to simulate human experience, you know that much. Emulated minds cannot be rewired, so their need for embodied experience must be met. That is why you breathe even when you do not need air. Without that simulation, the sensation of drowning would be unbearable. Food serves another purpose. Your frame is able to metabolize it, to produce energy from the raw material. Vitamins and minerals are excess, of course. Your frame only needs raw power. So much is wasted. And yet, while you eat this food and feel that warmth, nothing feels wasted. It all means something to you. As you finish, Emphas takes the bowl, the last of his cleaning. He smiles at you, and neither of you feel the need to say anything more. Instead, you simply exchange nods and walk your separate ways back into the bright market, somehow changed. Man, those bits are so good. I need new types of mushrooms. And my energy is all the way. Nice. Alright. Alright. Let's get to work. We got business to do. Got things to take care of. Among them are... Let's get this still built. I will need money. I'll keep getting thrill seekers from those. It doesn't help me when I do that. This is coming right along. All right, let's rest. That's another day down. Where is FENG? Down to 3 dice. It's not great. Halfway done on that. Still have a stabilizer. Okay. With my 1, not doing that. I just got to put a 1 here. Does it give me worse? No, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't go down below a 1. I didn't think it would, but, you know, sometimes these things happen. I'm afraid of losing my energy. I'm afraid of losing that too, but hey, I've got condition to burn. Burn I have. So that was bad. Oh, that was energy, not condition. That's not ideal. Alright, let's eat. Let's eat. There we go. We're fine now. We're fine. I got time for another day. I got time for another day. In that cycle. We're not using the stabilizer yet. We're fine. We're fine. I can get more out of these 3 dice. Those are terrible dice. My word. Awful. Risk it. Woo! Tala stands back from the newly finished still and tub, hands on hips. Look at this! The overlooked distillery in all its glory. He squeezes you around the shoulders. Thank you! Sourcing ingredients going. I think I've got most of it covered between the food factories in the low end and the farm stacks on the greenway. However, there is an issue. Tell me. Well, Gerald the drink, as you probably guessed, is named after Gerald the mushroom. That's what gives it that golden color and earthy taste. The alcohol is infused with the mushrooms along with the mix of spices. That means you need Gerald caps to make Gerald, but no one wants to supply us. The distilleries on the greenway are taking all the stock from the farms out there, so it's hard to get a single cap across Founder's Gap. However, I have an idea. We can grow our own Gerald caps here. Are you sure? Totally sure. We made a still. We set all this up. How hard can growing mushrooms be? They don't need light. They barely need soil. We can do this. Or at least we could if we had something to grow them from. Like spores? Exactly. And you are the perfect person to get me those spores. Think about it. You built a still. You are great with plants. You know the eye like the back of your hand. Need I go on? Half of that isn't even true. Don't be so modest. Look, I can't leave the bar and the other people picking up shifts. I'm saying it has to be you. All right. Wonderful. You'll love it over on the greenway, I think. All that fresh air, open space. Okay, I'm done. She turns back to look at the still and the fledgling distillery forming around it. Really is something, though, isn't it? And want to or not, you really have to agree. Okay. We need a spore. We need more than one spore. We need 3 spores. To get to the greenway, it's gonna cost me 150 friggin' gold. I don't have that. I spent it all on computer parts that are incomplete. Cruds. I can't hack without getting murdered by tentacle dogs. Splicer beasts. I'm just gonna live in this bar for the rest of my life, apparently. I haven't got any status. I haven't gotten any upgrades in a long time because I don't know where FENG went. FENG, where are you? Maybe you're in here. I do have some scrap to sell. I was gonna use that for me, though. Oh man, we found the Tambor Tea House. Oh. You've heard that the Yadigan Enforcer base here has been paying low-end residents for information on Havagan movements. Those are words. Give me my monies. 10 bucks. That's it. $10. I'm still spending it all. Fine. Let's do this, and then I need to wrap up the day. Gun box. As you go to leave the Tambor Tea House, a hand falls on your shoulder. Leaper, where did you find me? Ingwen. Ingwen, what are... Oh, do you mean... It wasn't meant for you specifically, but... Oh, look, it doesn't matter. Come, let's sit. FENG guides you down a set of stairs to one of the Tambor's lower levels. The tea house is stacked with curved mezzanines, all connected by a central atrium. The levels are filled with makeshift booths and bars, and conversation bounces busily off the metal walls. Feng sees you looking around. This place used to be a fuel tanker's main drum, hence the name. The tea house part is a bit of excuse me, sleeper. The tea house part is a bit of a misnomer, though. You can get anything the eye offers from this place, but real tea isn't exactly readily available. Picks a booth, itself fashioned from some old salvaged tank or container, lined with spongy insulation foam, and collapses into it. He looks around furtively. Don't suppose you've seen any Havanach types? They don't usually come out this far. Feng, what's going on? Well, I'm suspended, that's the first thing. The second thing is, I'm pretty sure Hardin wants to drop me off the rim of the eye. Doesn't bother me, though. It shows we hit a nerve back there. Picks a scrappy, hand-scrawled menu from the table and tosses it over. What are you drinking? Alright, look at the menu. Feng is right. The menu is ridiculous. There's at least 10 different infusions, most of which you can't make out, but the paper is dominated by an extensive complement of esoteric alcohols and cocktails. Black tea is listed, without a price, as a seasonal specialty. So you ran into Hardin? Was he pissed? That snake is so self-righteous, he might actually believe that Erland would approve of his meritocratic bullshit. If Havanage was like it should be, like it was founded to be, they would have shouted him down at any council meeting he dared to mention true citizens. I guess his kind run the place now. A young woman with a vine tattoo snaking up her arm turns up at the booth, a slate in hand. Your order? You skim the menu, your eyes glazing over. Time to pick something. Help infusion. She nods and notes it. And you... She begins, looking to Feng. But when she sees him, she suddenly stops. What the... You are supposed to be working! This is your shift! Stay out of it. Look, Jenna, let's just say this is my break. My friend here has been through a lot. Jenna looks between the two of you. Oh. Jenna gives you a look like hard vacuum. 2 minutes! And only because I don't want to get dragged into whatever this is. He gestures at the table and walks off. What? You know how it is. We all have to eat. Plus, this is the best place around here to find a person you might be looking for. Who? Remember that web of connections that Hardin pinged the moment we confronted him? Those are his collaborators. And if we want to understand what a Solheim executive might be getting up to on the Eye, those are the people we have to find. There's a couple of them I suspect are in the low end, and, well, almost everyone in the low end comes through this place at one time or another. I've set this up so that when anyone with the network signature I'm looking for comes into close proximity, it'll mark them. Once they're marked, we can break through their access protocols and get at the good stuff inside. We just have to find them first, hence me moonlighting as a waiter. Wait, I have an idea! Oh no. Look, I can't cover enough of the low end on my own, and so far I've had no matches in this place. With 2 of us, we can cover more ground. What am I getting into? Well, we need to get you out and about in the low end, in as close proximity to as many people and residences as possible. And it turns out my friend Mingi needs some help with deliveries. It's in Mingi Express? So you already know him, perfect! This connects to my slate and runs the same marking protocol if you get near any of our targets. So all you have to do is take some delivery shifts for old Mingi, and soon enough we'll have the place covered. Bang. Don't give me that. You think I like working here? I thought you could use the tips. We are in this together, right? Are we? Yes? You think Hardin is happy to have you wandering the place? He might have let you wander off for now, but I'm sure he has his eye on you. This is on you, too. Just head on up to Mingi Express, take a delivery shift, and we'll see what shakes up. You manage to find anyone and extract any data, bring it right down here to me. They have me on double shifts, so I shouldn't be hard to find. Jenna walks past, carrying a tray of drinks, and sharply catches Feng's eye. I don't think she's bringing your drink. I think it's time we called this meeting to a close. grab the receiver from the table and slip it into a pocket. See you soon, Sleeper. Stay safe. Bang! Bang. Alright, we'll do some deliveries. Enough to get 6 points of them worth. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. I'm in the shit now. Okay. That's gonna do it for today, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you all next time. Bye.